Welcome back. I'm Cindy Stivers from Premiere Magazine, and I'm your host for Flicks on Vh1. Now, it would probably take me the entire show to explain the title of the latest effort from Maverick director John Sayles. It's called Passion Fish, but I can tell you that the passion is hardly ever physical, body of evidence. At a New York screening I attended, the star got up in front of the audience and said, "I'm Madonna, in case you didn't recognize me with my clothes on." And you know, I almost didn't. But if you happen to get a peek at her sex book, you'll have a pretty good idea of the love scenes here. Only now the pictures move. Madonna plays a blonde temptress charged with murdering a rich older man, not unlike Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct. But here the interrogation takes place in a courtroom. Joe Mantegna stars for the prosecution, Willem Dafoe for the defense. And Madonna, well, did she or didn't she?
Have you ever seen animals make love, Frank? It's intense. It's violent.
We're not animals.
Yes, we are.
To play the character Rebecca Carlson, Madonna didn't have to give up her own personality completely. She could bring in some of her own personal, her own character.
She is a beautiful woman. But when this trial is over, you will see her no differently than a gun or a knife or any other instrument used as a weapon.
If she was playing, let's face it, if she was playing, Mother Teresa, it might be a little bit more of a, hey, wait a minute, we have to make an adjustment here.
She's a killer. And the worst kind. A killer who disguised herself as a loving partner.
She became this Rebecca Carlson, who could be a metaphor for, in a way, for who Madonna is, in some, or at least what people think of the persona of Madonna is.
Is it your sworn testimony that by coincidence alone, you happen to date both Andrew Marsh, who died from a combination of sex and drugs, and the doctor who treated him for drug poisoning?
Portland's a small city. I even dated a man who dated a woman you dated.
Madonna will probably be the first one to say, oh, people would think I would do this kind of stuff anyway.
You have a weakness for rich older men with bad hearts, don't you, Miss Carlson?
I don't think it's totally necessary to abandon your knowledge of the actor outside to stay in the story. In fact, I think there's a delicious pleasure into having some of that knowledge sometimes.
There's nothing wrong with admitting that you want me, Frank.
I mean, he became intimate and protective of her through the case, and then she seduced him.
Do you think I killed him?
That's a question I never ask my clients.
She is able to open some doors in Frank Delaney, who is played by Willem Dafoe, some doors he kept locked so far, and that made him to face some of his demons he didn't even know they existed.
When I originally read the script, I thought it was a little contrived that a lawyer, naive me, that a lawyer would get involved with his client. And I talked to many lawyers, and they said it happens all the time.
It was not a decision to go further. It's just to go to a point what you really needed to explain the character. The story asked for, to go for, to cross some limits, and that's what we tried to do.
But it was fun, It was fun, and I actually, there were actually interesting and fun things to do.
What did you do to you, Frank? How did you get those marks on your chest? What are they?
I think the movie's very much about power struggles between men and women.
I wonder that you warned me at least.
Did you need to hear about every man I ever had sex with?
No, just the ones with bad hearts who put you in their wills.
I don't like movies who have big messages. And like Billy Wilder said, if I would have a message, I would send it by the mail.
I must have been out of my mind to get involved with you.
Make love to me?
I've heard it referred to plenty as a Madonna movie, and I have no problem with that.
I'm just trying to explain myself.
Coming up, James Woods takes it on the chin from Lou Gossett Jr., so